Thank you, Lori.
All right. We have a special guest tonight, Paul Taylor. Welcome so much. We pretty much just went through the slides and stuff, so we're glad you're here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. And Cedar, you remind me, we had a gentleman that used to come regularly until he had a heart attack and passed. His name was Roger. I've never forgotten Roger, but he always had his dinner during our service.
That's true, Roger Brown.
Yeah, he was really special.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead with the slides, and I'm going to move my chat thing over. Okay. So the First Sundays provides a place where we can gather to share deeply about our hopes, our dreams, our aspirations, and grief while being guided by the four paths of creation. During our time together, we will honor each other, ourselves, our ancestors, the earth, and the universe. We will be looking at our lives and the world we live in through the lens of creation spirituality. We will spend time discussing and examining current issues and the ideas presented at the talks that we gave last May at our virtual gathering. All are welcome. This is an open and inclusive experience and community. We invite you to participate in ways that make you feel comfortable. Please use gallery view as it is the best way to see everyone. Please use the chat button at the bottom of the screen if you have questions, responses, or comments. We will meet for about 90 minutes. Our team members are Patty, me, Margie, Cheryl, Carolyn, and Michael, who's absent this week. Creation spirituality is the age-old tradition of listening to the story of spirit told by the creation that embodies it. We listen through deep communion with nature. We listen to the voices of mystics from all spiritual traditions, such as Rumi, Buddha, Hildegard, Black Elk, Jesus. This is just a quick little picture, Paul. I put a picture of you up there with some of the kids you were working with, and one of your most lovely pieces of artwork that we used last year for the gathering. This was the one we used with the snake in it and everything. That's so beautiful.
Yeah.
And we're going to do a couple more things, and then we're going to give you a full introduction. All right, so I'm going to turn it over to Margie.
The third principle of creation spirituality. God is as much mother as father, as much child as parent, as much God in mystery as the God in history, as much beyond all words and images as in all forms and beings. We are liberated from the need to cling to God in one form or one literal name.
Thank you, Margie. And then Patty's going to finish introducing you. Paul.
Okay. So tonight we have the joy of having with us someone who generously spoke at our gathering in our online gathering last year and gave the most amazing presentation. So we're thrilled that Paul is going to be with us as we do a reprise to play this back again. And listening to it again, I'm really struck by how relevant Paul's experience with Aboriginal people in Australia is to the whole idea of how do we worship together. You know, people from a Christian background, a non-native, non-indigenous background. How is it that we can actually worship together? And Paul's talk about ritual as addressing regeneration, joy, death, and rebirth, responsibility, business, the sacred, caring for country and the law, all of these things are all wound up in this wonderful talk. So I'm thrilled that Paul is going to be with us, that he is with us tonight in person as well as in the video.
Thank you. Cheryl, can I make you co-host in case anything goes wrong on my end? Thank you. Thank you for the backup. Also, you'll notice the URL www.cscommunities.org/gathering/2025. You can go to that page and look at the video that Paul is going to present tonight and the other ones from last year. This time we'd like to join ourselves together in a circle. As we take time to welcome each other tonight, please introduce yourself by stating the following aloud, or if you are uncomfortable introducing yourself aloud, you may use the chat box to introduce yourself. The name you wish to be called, the pronouns you would like used to refer to you, where on the planet you are speaking from, the names of the ancestors who live or have lived on the land on which you reside today. And if you need help figuring out who lived on the land on which you reside today, you can go to nativeland.ca and you type in your zip code, I believe, enter your location, and it'll let you know. So I will start. I'm Lori Crockett. My pronouns are she and her. I'm in Winchester, Virginia, and I'm on the land of the Manahoic and the Shawnee. And I'll pass it on to whoever wants to go next.
Hi, I'll take it. I'm Margie. I go by she, her. I live in Chiefland, Florida, in the land of the Seminoles.
Thank you, Margie. I'm Carolyn. From Alameda, California. I go by Kikan, and I'm speaking from the land of the Ohlone peoples.
I'm Sherry Tyree, she, her, in Brewster, Massachusetts on Cape Cod, and it's the native land of the Wampanoag.
I'm Dominique from going by she, her, from Santa Fe, New Mexico, and I live on the land of the Tewa people and some Navajos too. Yeah.
I'm Patty McGrath. I normally live in the United States in Maryland. I go by she, her, in also the land of the Manahoac, same tribe as Lori, and the Piscataway Kanoi peoples, because we're on the other side of the Potomac River. And now I'm in Rome, where the native people are ancient Romans.
Is it me next? Paul Taylor and he and him. I'm speaking from. That's interesting.
Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, even children get older, and I'm getting older.
Are you okay, Paul?
Yeah, there's music coming through. Can you hear that?
No.
I hear it, but I thought it was coming from you, Paul.
It's nothing to do with me at all.
Lori, can you mute everyone except Paul, please?
Well, I've been afraid of.
Wow. I don't know where that came from. Anyway, can you hear me? All right. I'm living. I live in Laramie, Wyoming, and it's the land of the Lakota, the Arapaho, the Northern Cheyenne, the Shoshone people, Nobody really lived here in the winter because it was too cold. But there were a lot of groups that came through here. I'm also from Adelaide, South Australia, which is the home of the Kaurna people, and the land acknowledgement tradition, I think, came from Aboriginal Australia, which teaches respect for land. They've been doing it in Australia for about 20 years. So the kids grow up in school with land acknowledgement in the classroom.
Do you have somebody else who hasn't spoken? You just need to unmute yourself.
Me, everybody. Hi, I'm Cheryl. Can you hear me okay? Okay. I moved from Seattle, Washington, up north a little bit to Edmonds, Washington, about 5 months ago. So I'm in the land of the Snoqualmie, Snohomish, and Suquamish.
Hi, everybody. My name is Janice Gambo Chesna. I'm here in Northeast Pennsylvania near Scranton, land of the Lenape, Susquehannocks, Muncie, and Shawnee. She, her.
Cedar, you can unmute if you want to, if you wanted to speak.
Looks like we might be all be done, Lori.
Lori, you're
Lori, I
muted.
can speak. You're muted.
Thank you. As we have now welcomed each other into this circle, let us move more deeply into our connection with Creator. You're invited to take a few small, deep breaths. Invite your body to relax and to soften anything that has become too tight. Shake yourself out a bit. Become more comfortable in your own skin. Follow the rising and falling of your breath. Center in your personal rhythm. Invite yourself in your own way to turn your awareness to the vital life force that is within and all around us, and the vital love force that binds us to the universe together. Hold a moment in stillness with me. Let the stillness surround you. Invite yourself to become present to the deep reservoir of life that resides in this stillness. As a symbol of this renewed connection with our Creator, if it feels comfortable to you, we invite you to light a candle. You can light a real candle, or hold the picture of a candle, or find a candle to light on your phone, or simply imagine your thumb as a candle and imagine lighting it. All of these lights remind us of the one light, the first light, our connection to the first beginning, the great flaring forth of creation. We now acknowledge this light and remember that everything in the known universe has its origin in a single point of light. We all stand together in the light of creation. And now we're going to take a moment to honor the four directions. 7 directions. Actually, there are 7 sacred directions. And you may turn to face the direction as we go through each one. We'll start with the east. Please, if you will, turn to the east. We honor the directions of the east, the dawn of the day, and all of the ancestors and wisdom teachers from the east. Now, please turn to the south. We honor the direction of the south, the fullness of the day, and all of the ancestors and wisdom teachers of the south. Now, please turn to the west. We honor the direction of the west, the dimming of the day, and all the ancestors and wisdom teachers from the west. Now, please turn to the north. We honor the direction of the north, the darkness of the night, and the shining of the stars, and all of the ancestors and wisdom teachers from the north. Now, please turn inward. As we do so, we honor the Creator that we experience within. As the fire of the human heart, we give thanks. Now, as we look upward, we honor Creator that we experience above us in the radiance of the heavens. Now, as we turn to look downward, we honor Creator that we experience below us in the firmness of the earth. Ancestors and wisdom teachers from the 7 sacred directions, we thank you for your presence during our time together. Now, as we have honored the 7 sacred directions and our Creator, let us remember that we are all part of this vast universe around us and within us, and that our home is within our Creator as we journey through this life. Aho, blessed be. I'm going to turn it over to Carolyn, who will do our wonderful body prayer at this time.
Thank you, Lori. So we're actually going to do a repeat of what we did last month. So for those of you who were here last month, we thought under the circumstances with the increase in hostilities and the United States being used as a weapon of war, that it's all the more important for us to circle back to Julian's message of all will be well. And so we're going to continue as we did last month with all will be well, which is this tune was adapted to music by Meg Barnhouse, but of course the music is from Julian of Norwich. So I'm going to start off by singing the chorus for you, and then we'll, as we learn the chorus together, and then we'll move into the verses. So I'll sing it all the way through the chorus for you so you can hear it, and then we'll learn it together. I said, Julian, you're holy, you're holding my hand, and Julian, you're holy, you're holding my hand. Pretty simple, right? So I'll sing the first line, then you sing it, and then we'll sing the second line, and I'll sing it, and then you follow. I said, Julian, you're holy, you're holding my hand. I said, Julian, you're holy, you're holding my hand. My turn. And Julian, you're holy, you're holding my hand. Your turn. And Julian, you're holy, you're holding my hand. So that's the chorus. And every time you see the chorus, well, that's actually the verse. Now we're going to go into the chorus. And every time you see the chorus, it's going to be in green. And so you can always just look for that green. Anytime we sing the chorus together, it's very repeatable. So I'll sing it for you now. She said, all will be well, all will be well, all manner of things will be well. And now I'll sing a line, you sing a line, then I'll sing another line, you sing the next line. She said, all will be well, all will be well. Your turn. She said, all will be well, all will be well. My turn. All manner of things will be well. Your turn. All manner of things will be well. So that's the chorus. Let's sing it through together, shall we? All right? She said, all will be well, all will be well, all manner of things will be well. All right, so now we're going to go into the verses. In the first part of our body prayer, we are going to be singing to Julian, asking her questions. And the second part of our body prayer, Julian will be answering. But for now, we're still asking the questions. So I'll sing this first set of questions and then we'll sing it together. And then we'll follow with the second set of questions and sing it together. And the tune is so easy, I think by now you probably already have a bit of an idea of how that goes. So she says, I said, Julian, do you not know about sorrow? And Julian, do you not know about pain? Your turn. I said, Julian, do you not know about sorrow? And Julian, do you not know about pain? And next, my turn. I said, Julian, do you not know about hunger? And Julian, do you not know about shame? Your turn. I said, Julian, do you not know about hunger? And Julian, do you not know about shame? Chorus. We said, all will be well, all will be well, all manner of things will be well. Now we go into the next chorus. I think you know it by now, but I'll sing it and you can follow. If you want to sing along with me, go right ahead because you're on mute. And Julian, do you not know about loneliness? And Julian, do you not know about disease? I said, Julian, do you not know about cruelty? I said, Julian, it's too much. It brought me to my knees. She said, all will be well, all will be well, all manner of things will be well. She said, all will be well, all will be well, all manner of things will be well. Okay, and now let's just add a little bit of some body prayer to it. This is not just about singing, it's also about bringing our bodies into it. So, and you can just do whatever feels good to you. I think those of you who have been here for a while know this is always about just expressing yourself and letting your body do what your body wants to do. But at the same time, sometimes we come up with some ideas that we can do together. So let's start by singing the first verse together. Julian, you're holy, you're holding my hand. For me, of course she's holding my hand. I said, Julia, you're holy, you're holding my hand. So that whole time I want to say she's holding my hand, and I hold my hand out in love and in trust that things are going to be okay. And she said, all will be well, all will be well, all manner of things will be well. And for me, I always remember Hildegard with this position too, because this is Hildegard's position of sending out love, sending out energy, sending out health and healing to everybody. So this is an opportunity for us to do that as well. So let's sing the chorus again together. She said, all will be well, all will be well, all manner of things will be well. And now let's look again at these next verses. Do you not know about sorrow? For me, of course, I think about tears coming down my face. Or do you not know about pain? And those of us who are a little older know about the pains of arthritic pains, whether it's in our chest or our extremities or wherever we feel that arthritis. But to sort of identify where you feel pain in your body and to bring that into the picture here. And then, of course, do you not know about hunger? Well, that's a third chakra thing, right? We just want to just rub our bellies and talk about hunger. Or shame. Maybe we want to cover our faces because in our fifth chakra experience of trying to be vocal and express who we are, perhaps we've encountered some shame. So for me, it's about covering my face. So let's do the verse together. All right? I said, Julian, do you not know about sorrow? And Julian, do do you not know, do you not know about pain? I said, Julian, do you not know, do you not know about hunger? I said, Julian, do you not know, do you not know about shame? Chorus. She said, all will be well, all will be well, all manner of things will be well. I said, Julian, do you not know, do you not know about disease? I said, Julian, do you not know, do you know about cruelty? I said, Julian, do you not know, do you not know about loneliness? I said, Julian, do you not too much? It brought me to my knees. I said, all will be well, all will be well, all manner of things will be well. I said, all will be well, all will be well. She said, all manner of things will be well. All right, well, I think that brings us into our questions of Julian, and I kind of flowed through quickly the loneliness, disease, cruelty, and knees, but I hope you were able to bring that into your body. And so now we'll turn it over to myself, actually. We're going to turn now into centering into our space for prayer and bringing who we are into this space together. And so we do invite you to come as you are and to be open to be what is presenting within you, to take stock of where you are right now. Please take a moment of stillness and notice what you are bringing into our community right now. And we want you to share your experiences in the chat box, and typically they will be read. Not necessarily all of them, but they will be read as we move into prayer. And we also ask that you are respectful of what you learn from other people as we keep confidentiality to our circle. And so as we have come together in a virtual circle, and we've made this conscious connection to our Creator, now we want to take a moment to contemplate in silence where we have experienced the via positiva this week. Where have you experienced awe, wonder, celebration, paying attention, expressing gratitude? So this is an opportunity for you to share where you're experiencing that now at this time, and also recently in these recent times. And be sure to place those in the chat box if you wish. If the chat box doesn't work for you and you want to do something vocal, that's perfectly all right as well. And then we'll have someone help to read the chat box for us and to be respectful of others. So where have you experienced the via positiva this week? Place your answers in the chat box.
I saw many hawks and woodpeckers on my walks and drives this week. Joy in sharing time with precious young nephews and family. Grateful for family safely arrived back in the U.S. on Friday. Getting a good report from my heart doctor this week. Getting lights and power back after the powerful blizzard we experienced. Belief that the future still holds something special for us despite instigation of war, lies, and worse. Joy in dancing with the kids in the church. My neighbor installed a new battery in my car last night. I tried to pay him for his time and labor, but he would not take my money. I gave him a cookie.
And so moving on from the via positiva, let's move now into the via negativa. Where have you experienced darkness, letting go, mystery, or loss this week? This is a place where you can name any darkness, mystery, grief, or loss of things that you do not understand. And it's also a place to mention any grief, sadness, regret, or loss of others that is stirring your heart.
Witnessing all the ugliness going on in our world. War, war, so much war, and so unnecessary. Thinking of all my pets I lost in the last year. The terror of war spread by the US and Israel. Sadness for my friend Michelle and her family as she is transitioning. Growing loss of elders. I'm going to add to the war chat what I read today, which is that the influence of our executive branch to take this decision came from heaps of dark money. The cruelty of our current government.
Well, and now let's move on to the via creativa. So in the midst of so much change, we're called to bring forth in different ways to give birth to a new creation. And so now, using the chat box, please name one or two places where you have been called to create, the places where you are actually being called to expand your creativity. So, and this is also a place for us to mention and lift up other people who are expressing their creativity, who we wish to support. So again, please use your chat box.
Sharing poems at a church event. I so appreciate the comedians who bring the bad news to me in mortals I can stomach and even laugh at times. Watching my new tree start to bud and planting my garden. Sharing wisdom stories and feeling the response. Thanks for Lori for her creativity in these slideshows. Creating Tunisian macro, I don't know if I'm saying that right, Patty, Tunisian macroid date-filled cookies with my 12-year-old nephew. He taught me how to make them. Michelle's incredible gifts of creativity and her willingness to lead our group in projects. I am so grateful for my chapter president of my labor union, the classified support staff of the Edmonds School District. Jackie M. is not only a good friend, but a skilled and helpful advocate for our laborers.
And now moving into the Via Creativa. This is a place to name the transformation taking place in yourself and in others. It's also a place to honor the transformations taking place in our culture and our earth, in our nation, our social institutions, and our deepest understanding. So please feel free to name the transformers that inspire you or the things that are happening in your life that help to make you the transformer that you are.
Transformers, more than meets the eye. Transformers, robots in disguise. For all the artists calling us to sing for justice.
We give thanks. My heart goes out to all those people in Massachusetts and the other places that experience such snow, experience such depths of coldness. And this picture reminds us of that. And doesn't that transform the landscape and transform our experience? And yet, when you look outside, it's so beautiful. And yet, our heart goes out to them. So many people without electricity and suffering in the really some very cold blizzards.
The Rapid Response Network. grateful for my friend Pam Anderson, who is a family court lawyer, but in her 60s has been in divinity school studying to become ordained in the United Methodist Church. So this week she'll find out if she gets commissioned.
Wow.
Giving voice to stand up for justice in the state legislature budget hearings. People everywhere speaking up, gathering, protesting, protecting each other. Trying to stay above the negativity and the fear, feeding myself with peace and gratitude, reminding myself that what I consume is what I experience and become. I'm going to add my gratitude for this group because it is transformative for me. I'm so grateful to have found it. And even though I've been familiar with Matthew Fox for a few decades now, I didn't know about Creation Spirituality Communities and First Sundays until when was the Massachusetts?
2023.
Okay then. Since then.
And we're so glad you're here.
Thank you.
Well, as we contemplate what it is to think about what we consume as what we experience and become, let's move into prayer with that thought uppermost in our mind. Trying as best we can to make what we consume be of benefit to the community and everyone around us. And so now let's enter into prayer together. We have offered our hopes. We've offered our awe, our wonder, our griefs, our worries, our concerns, our creativity. And so now, eternal love, eternal source, never-ending wisdom, we thank you as we know that our beings are made of stardust and that our immortal being lives in the breath of our Creator. And we are the beloved children of the One. We thank you for these opportunities to share these aspects of our lives together. We know that now, as we honor them and give them to you, our Creator, that you embrace us just as we are in this moment, and we give thanks. Blessed be. Aho. And I think with that, it turns back to me as we do the backside of our Julian of Norwich prayer. We had initially our questions of Julian, and now we have Julian's response. And so we're going to have an opportunity now to live this out as we respond. And we hope that in these days that we're struggling with so much, I'm sorry, bad news, it's the truth, isn't it? That we want to make sure that we're coming up with responses that lift us up in community and continue to enrich our lives and feed our souls in ways that are meaningful. And so this is Julian's response to us, and I hope that we can all absorb this and bring this into our being, that in fact all will be well. So let's go ahead first. We're going to review the chorus together. So I hope you didn't forget it. I can't believe you would have forgotten it so quickly, but maybe you don't know it so easily. For me, it's easy to forget things I just learned. So let's just sing the chorus together. And I think the verses are easy enough that I think you'll be able to read through the verses with me, and then we'll look at some body prayer aspects to it. So let's go ahead and sing the chorus together. She said, all will be well, all will be well, all manner of things will be well. She said, all will be well, all will be well, all manner of things will be well. And now let's go into our verse. She said, no one does not know about sorrow, and no one does not know about pain. She said, no one does not know about hunger, and no one does not know about shame. All right, let's look at what we can do with our hands with that. She said, no one does not know about sorrow. Well, for me, I don't know about you. I just want to cover my face because sorrow, I just feel the tears coming down. And does not know about pain. Well, those of us who are along with me maybe feel some arthritic pains now and then. Do you feel some arthritic pains now and then? I know some of you do. Well, so where do you feel that? You might feel it in your chest, you might feel it in your shoulders, you might feel it in your elbows or your hands. But just, where do you feel that pain? Just touch your body and think about that. And then does not know about hunger. Well, that's pretty universal, right? We can just rub our belly on that one. And no one does not know about shame. So for me, I just want to cover my face for that. So let's go ahead and do that first verse together and do a little body prayer with it. We'll start off with our chorus, okay? Because we don't want to forget our chorus. She said, all will be well, all will be well, all manner of things will be well. She said, no one does not know about sorrow. She said, no one does not know about pain. She said, no one does not know about hunger. She said, no one does not know about shame. She said, all will be well, all will be well, all manner of things will be well. We have one more verse to go through, all right? Let's sing the verse together and then we'll come up with some things to feel with it. All right. She said, no one does not know about loneliness, and no one does not know about disease. She said, no one does not know about cruelty. She said, I know it's too much. It's brought me to my knees. All right, so does not know about loneliness. What do you want to do with loneliness? I know for me, I feel when I'm lonely, I feel like I'm separated from everybody. So I sort of almost feel like I'm in a bubble and I'm not connecting with other people. For me, I just feel a little bit like this. And I don't know, maybe that's not how you feel. But I invite you to come up with some kind of body enveloping that emotion of loneliness. And do not know about disease. Well, disease, I just kind of want to crawl that away from my body. Do we want disease in our body? No, but still we feel it. And cruelty, well, that maybe is a little easier because I think about somebody pounding on something or, some harsh judgment that seems, cruel. And then, brought me to my knees. What are you going to do? Hello, go to your knees. What else are you going to do? Go to your knees. So let's sing the verse together. She said, no one does not know about loneliness, and no one does not know about disease. She said, no one does not know about cruelty. She said, I know it's too much. It brought me to my knees. She said, all will be well. All will be well, all manner of things will be well. She said, all will be well, all will be well, all manner of things will be well. Thank you, Julian, for that reminder that all will be well in this day and age. It is a message we really need to hear. Thank you.
Thank you, Carolyn. I'll turn it over to Patty.
Well, thank you so much, Carolyn. That was beautiful. And now we have the joy of actually having, we have a video of Paul's presentation at Cape Cod, but we have the joy of having Paul real live with us on Zoom, all the way from Wyoming. And I didn't know if you wanted to make any preparatory or introductory remarks about this talk, Paul.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much here. I think one of the things about the mechanisms for peace that are built into the dreaming, into the legal system across Australia, and that has led to land acknowledgement. Land acknowledgement is something that's so Aboriginal. You had 500 different groups. It's such diversity over 60,000 years with their language systems and whatever, and their legal systems. They respected the boundaries of their neighbours, and they did it without a fence or a wall. And you always had to have permission to enter. And on the boundaries, they also came together for ceremonies. They did the rituals, and that was the major peace mechanism. And if there was a conflict, they sat down and they figured it out before they sang and danced together and ate together. And these were built into the culture for thousands of years. And when you go to Australia now, you can see when you catch a plane and you land in Darwin in the Northern Territory, where I go every year, that on the Qantas flights they'll say, we welcome you to the land of the Larrakia people. We honour and respect their culture. And that's the land acknowledgement that's come into the mainstream. And if you go into Adelaide, where I go, my place of birth, they'll say, welcome to the Kaurna people, and as you're touching down. So I think it's a really beautiful thing. It's caused a lot of, even here in Wyoming at the university, it's caused a lot of discussion about land acknowledgement, but the debate is really healthy. I mean, why are we doing it? And in Australia as well, because we've been practicing it for a while. But it really is, simply teaches respect and acknowledges who was there first too, which is a threat to some communities here in Wyoming if I do land acknowledgement as I go around and honor for example, the Lakota or the Arapaho. They'll say, well, that's fighting words, Paul. But anyway, I continue to do it, and I think it's a beautiful thing. So I could ramble for a while. Maybe we should.
Well, we could always do the video, and then you can continue rambling. Okay.
And at the end, we hear from a wonderful man called Oren Lyons, who's an Onondaga Iroquois elder who has represented American Indians at the United Nations. And so a great teacher. There's a whole bunch of videos online with him talking about cultural issues. And so he's just really clear in his articulation in terms of our responsibility for caring for the land.
Okay, let's just hope that the sound comes through, and we'll be back to you, Paul.
Okay.
Our next talk is by Paul Taylor. Paul, we're excited that you are here, overflowing. I hear you, Cheryl. Paul Taylor, often called Didgeridoo Guy. Paul is an Australian native who now resides in Laramie, Wyoming. Paul has lived many lives as a medical social worker, a burn and cancer ward and residential care aide, a circus clown, an actor, and now a professional storyteller of his homeland. Taylor and Aboriginal Wardaman Yadumduma Paul Harney. I said that wrong. I know I did.
Idumduma.
Thank you, Paul.
Yeah, Idumduma.
Organized you're going to have to say the name of the Dreaming Project.
Yubuyawan.
Thank you.
There we go.
This is a collaborative research effort to document primarily using video the culture, oral tradition, and corresponding rock art sites of this clan in the region of the Victoria River and the region of the Northern Territory of Australia. For his effort, Taylor was awarded the 2013 State Finalist Award Australian of the Year Awards by the National Australian Day Council. I didn't even know that existed, Paul.
Well,
Welcome.
neither did I at the time.
Fantastic.
It was a surprise. Anyway, I'm going to share.
Fabulous.
Get right into it.
Great.
There we go. This is my project of 35 years. De nalariane, de nalande, de nalariane, de nala, de nalariane, de nalande, de nalariane, de nala, de nalariane, de nalande, de nalariane, de nalar, de nalariane, de nalande, de nalariane, de nala, de nalariane, de nalande, de nalariane, de nala, de nalariane, de nalande, de nalariane, de The creation story, the arts, joy, ritual, regeneration, death and rebirth, responsibility, business, the sacred, caring for country and the law. I'm going to try and share with you some of that wisdom of 35 years of dedicated research and act as a bridge to one of Australia's national treasures, Idumduma, Bill Harney. Idumduma means lightning. The static that our first guest, what was his name? I forget. Stefan. Was it Stefan? No. Anyway.
Steve Martin.
Steve. Anyway, so I'm going to share with you, here we go, the spirit children. This is what you look like before you jump inside your mum. So I'm going to share with you a story. 1980, I was 21. I was a medical social worker. I got invited out to Bathurst Island, which is the island of people on the north coast of Australia in the tropical north. And it turned out that it was Easter. And as I arrived, they were acting out the crucifixion. They were doing Stations of the Cross, Aboriginal style, fully painted with song and dance and painting, and it was magnificent. It was the best Stations of the Cross I'd ever seen. I grew up as a Catholic. And the missionaries were there. They were happy. This was a Catholic mission. The next day I woke up and I looked around and the place was deserted. And I found one of the missionaries and I said, where's everybody gone? And he said, well, they're off doing business. And I said, business, what's that? Well, they're singing the bush potatoes. They're doing the bush potato ceremony to regenerate our food source, the bush potatoes. And it was quite remarkable, this story. There's three things I want to share with you. It's carried with me all this time. Ritual for our Aboriginal, our Indigenous people is business, which then leads to responsibility. And Bill talks about responsibilities as opposed to rights. Ritual is the arts. All the art forms coming together has incredible power to keep the balance of the earth and to keep the food sources going. And this ritual is regeneration. And the regeneration, which implies death and rebirth, one of the laws of the cosmos. And this all connects to the moon. It connects to the moon and the possum in their creation stories, because the moon dies and comes back, and the possum plays dead and comes back to life. So these are reminders. That's what Bill would call the Bush University. That song is pay attention, because the universe is teaching us the whole time of these laws. And so it all goes back to that creation story. And in Bill, in the Waterman creation story, and this is a generalization, is that the great spiritual ancestors came up from the ground, they came down from the sky, they came out of the ocean, they came out of the land, and they were singing. They sang the land into being. And then they gave birth to the people. And as they gave birth to the people, they passed the songs and the dances and the paintings on to the people. The rituals were passed on, and the rituals and the songs and the dances are all connected to what they call caring for country. Embedded in the song and the dance and the painting is you care for your land, which is your mother, and that's survival, and that's how you learn to care for each other. They passed these on, and then there was a major point in the creation stories all over Australia where those great spiritual ancestors and the spirit people changed into everything we know. Some people changed into kangaroos, some people changed into the emus, some people jumped into the billabongs to become the frogs and the crocodiles and the tadpoles. Some people changed into insects. Some people became rooted in the ground, become the beautiful eucalyptus trees. Some people all painted up, because they were all painted up doing ceremony. They jumped into the rock and they left their mark in the rock to teach the kids for all time about caring for country. Some people change into the present day people, and the job of the present day people is to look after all your relatives, because we all come from the same beginning. We're all made of the same stuff. And when this all happened, the shadows, as Bill calls it, the shadows of all the people went up to become the stars, and the great spiritual ancestors went up into the dark spaces in the Milky Way. And if you look up at the night sky, you can see that river, that dark river that goes through that's rainbow. Looking down, the rainbow serpent, the rainbow snake, and the father and the mother, the sky father, they're all up there. They're looking down to see how we're caring for the land. And when we're not caring for the land, they give us a signal. It could be the flood. It could be the bushfire, the earthquake, the volcanic eruption. This is us telling us to pay attention. And this is the creation story that Bill passes on still to this day at 94 years of age. He is a relic, a man who didn't go to any Western school. He grew up in what he calls the Bush University, and he gives us a link to 60,000 years of the oldest living culture in the world. Quite remarkable. So now so what I do in my work is I'm going to stop the sharing. How do I do that?
You've already stopped sharing. Good.
No, I'm going to go to the sharing again.
Great.
I'm going to go back. And I'm going to go to how I apply this in my work. So I'm an artist in residence. I go into schools, and the power and the joy that comes out of applying. So the song is the key. I come in with a whole bunch of songs. The kids are singing. And then I think this really helps in dealing with what JD calls the trauma that we all in our past, because the incredible sense of community that comes out of the kids singing. Singing is the key, and the world was sung into being. So it is the song that holds matter together in the Aboriginal cosmic reality. And here we have the dance. They're doing the crane dance here, totally engaged with the crane dance. And here we have the paintings. We've got the songs, the dances, the painting. We're actually doing caring for country by painting our watersheds. So when I go into a community, I say, when you turn on the tap, where does that water come from? And then we do a painting, we celebrate it, and that becomes the basis, the backdrop for the final ritual where the whole school is singing, dancing, painting. And those kids come up to me now, I've been doing it since 95, and they remember it forever. They then come into my honors class where here we got the ritual. We got these rituals going together, right? And the whole time I'm going back to Australia, I'm being informed by my Aboriginal father, adopted. Here we are doing grasshopper knowledge where he's identifying all the grasshopper species in his area that link and their relevance, their role in keeping the balance on the landscape. The grasshoppers, everything is really important. So then we have, and I'm going to go into these murals. This is our motive for the whole conference, and this is where this is a project in particular. These paintings that are done, 200 people participated in these paintings. In an Aboriginal style, it's all about inclusion, this particular project we did at the high school. This is our landscape, and we have, we're articulating here what an aquifer is, or an aquifer here, and using Aboriginal Indigenous wisdom, which I come in with the students, and we bring in the scientists as well. And I'm going to share the process here. So we come in and we look at the geology of an aquifer, and we look at that, and I bring in the scientists with the students, and then we have an artist rendition. This is our town of Laramie, and we have a world-class aquifer which could be contaminated at any time if we don't care for it, if we don't pay attention. And then the artist, and then I come in with the Indigenous storytelling, and the artist is inspired. I did not design this. This was done by one of the high schoolers. We then take it out into the community. They do all the base coating, and we took it to the Shepherd Symposium, Matthew Shepherd, social justice, and everybody, 200 people, social justice practitioners, all did the dotting on this, and you can see the play with the deep science. And here we have the evaporation cycle, which is birth and death and rebirth, with the water cycle. It's all in these paintings, and I think Penny chose this one for the conference. So it's just absolutely beautiful. And how am I doing? So now I'm going to go back just to give you an idea. And I've been doing these all over the country, these water murals. And I did have something that I wanted to do. Let's listen to the real thing.
And the Bill of Rights is what you called it. And our instruction has always been about responsibility. So it should have been a Bill of Responsibility. If it was a Bill of Responsibility, I think we'd be in better shape today than a Bill of Rights. So we have to think about that. And when the peacemaker said 7 generations, that's an instruction of accountability and responsibility. 7 generations. Don't think about yourself. But what we're saying at that time was to be unified and to work collectively for the good of the people, for the good of the commons. And somehow that's been perverted into individual. Somehow or other, the commons succumb to the individual rights, and that's not right, and that don't work. And the result of it is what we see right now. And to learn, you have to have teachers. And who's your teacher? And the teacher is nature, the earth. You learn, and you learn how to get along. You learn how to be respectful. And so, from what I see and from what I know in my travels, is the indigenous people have about the best understanding of this. And I would say that's probably the biggest loss that I see in humanity now is this loss of understanding of relationship. They don't understand their relationship. How do you maintain this relationship? How do you polish it? How do you keep it fresh? How do you keep it shiny? How do you work with it? How do you enjoy that? Well, our people have done that through ceremonies. We do these ceremonies. We have developed these very elaborate Thanksgivings. It requires a community to do that. And it requires everybody to be part of it. And it's a lot of work. And we have a big Thanksgiving. And how do we do that? We make songs and we make dances and we make speeches. So the ceremony is for everybody. You don't have to be there. You just be grateful that it's going on, that we're keeping it up. That's what's important, that it takes place. And sometimes you can be there and most of the time you can't, but be grateful that somebody's looking after that, spiritual side of things. That's what's the real world, actually, the spiritual side of it. You can't see, but it's probably the most real of all. So we have to bring the rest of the world into that context. They have to understand their relationship and their responsibilities.
Trying to stop it. How do I stop it?
The statement that's most important here is to
Okay, I've lost it.
understand how
There we
closely
go.
we're
Here it
related.
is.
There you go. Oh,
There we go.
fantastic. Paul,
So-
thank you so much. We're
Sorry
so
about
grateful for this. No apologies needed. You connected, I saw in the chat where people were connecting the dots between this and other things as well. What richness, what incredible work. Thank you.
So now we have the opportunity to ask Paul questions, or if you want to make any more comments, Paul. I just love the wisdom in this video.
Yeah, we touched on a number of things there very quickly. There was a very short time period. Bill has just been recognized in Australia only January the 26th. It was where they give out the Australia Day awards, and they're equivalent to like the old British knighthoods. So it's about the highest honor that you could be given. It's almost like a sir. And he was recognized as a member of the Order of Australia, and he's also been honored as an honorary doctor at the Charles Darwin University for somebody who can't read or write. This is incredible that we are now acknowledging our wisdom keepers on our continent that have been there for so long. And
Yeah. Well, when I saw in the chat sorrow about elders passing, I was afraid. I was afraid for Bill because he was 94 in 2024. That was 2 years ago. So he's 96 now?
yeah, he's 95. Yeah.
Oh, 95. Okay. Wow.
Anyway, yeah.
So, Carolyn, would you want to mention the overall question that we discussed about how this wisdom that Paul has shared with us relates to the whole overall theme for this month, which is the third principle of creation spirituality? Certainly, it's apparent that we don't really need to have one way of looking at the divine, at our creator, our mother. It doesn't require one way. to be inspired for sure.
Yeah, thank you, Patty. We did have a question basically for folks to consider what's your business in tapping into ancestral wisdom. But I know for myself, I'm just curious because that talk was given a little bit of time ago, and politically, it does feel like the landscape continues to change. And I wonder in Wyoming, which is the reddest of red states, have you encountered any issues with sharing this wisdom at this time? Any blowback from parents and from the community?
Great question. Recently I just went I go into ranching communities. So we're talking about as red as you can get. Uh, and when you celebrate the landscape in a ranching community, and that's what a lot of Wyoming is, uh, particularly water and caring for country, it just resonates with a cowboy culture. And then I'm often working with the little kids and doing the song, all the joy of the arts in celebrating their place. And as long as I don't say certain words, and I don't certainly talk about politics. And I went into a K to 12 school, so I was working with the real little ones, but I was also working with the 12th graders as well, the ones who are about to go into, and really sharing some of Bill's wisdom. So it's all, I guess it's articulated so practically in terms of landscape and the real world, the physical and nature, the Bush University, that it goes beyond politics, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
The pushback I get from my honors students often is that I need to be saved as a Christian. So they are so fundamental in their Christianity that they think I need to be I should be saved, and they tell me about it. So we have a whole spectrum here, going into very conservative viewpoints. So I think I'd get away with it, Caroline. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. I would have gone back to Australia,
Well, you really are in the reddest of red
Oh,
states.
yeah, I know.
And
Obama.
it makes me wonder if there's any acknowledgement of global warming or what's happening in terms of the human impact on the world at large, or if there's it just feels like for so many of these folks, they have blinders on and they just don't want
Yeah.
to see that.
People on the land do recognize the change. I mean, the climate is changing. So that is that things are shifting. Whether you maybe don't even use the word climate change, but the shifting land. And so, I tread very carefully. I'm in Laramie, where I am right now, where the university is a little bubble, so I'm protected. But most of the communities are so remote and so small, and I would be pretty vulnerable in those communities living. But the thing I love about Laramie is that it's a work in motion, that I can't avoid the other side, and I like that. But I've also got my comrades here as well. And then having the university, which is, when I said the legislature is threatening to cut the university, and even our public radio station right now, it's in the legislative process. I think but the public outcry is coming back too. So we're in a really tenuous time right now, which I mentioned in the chats there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is quite remarkable where I am, but at the same time, it resonates with outback Australia, where the land is so strong, so the politics tend to be similar. But this is as extreme as whatever it's been. I mean, this is not the America I came to back in the
Right.
90s,
I don't
Does
think it's the
anyone
America we
else?
grew up with either.
Yeah,
Does, any-
yeah.
does anyone else have questions? Like to make any comments to Paul?
We'd like to invite everyone to just ask, because this is a rare opportunity for us to have Paul with us.
I think what I witness is the power of the arts, and Caroline, you'd like this too, is when I sing that pay attention song to the whole school. That's a foundational song. De nalariane, de nalande. And this was considered rubbish music when I was growing up. But and Bill has come over and he's seen me do this, take one of his songs and have all the schools singing it when we do the final ritual. And as we're transitioning, we transition, and the softer I sing it, the more they pay attention. It's really interesting. So there's a pitch that you hit as a teacher where the kids will turn off basically if you yell at them. But if you sing to them, they will pay attention. That's the power of the arts. And that goes to the core of the creation story, that everything was sung. Song actually holds us together. And that
That's
seems energy, attraction, whatever. So
We were talking about that before we gathered, Paul, about having people go out and protest in the form of song.
yeah,
Going out, something called a rapid response network, and people going out, I guess just like the way you go out and sing Christmas carols, but to going out and to sing protesting.
singing, dancing, and using humor to and creating joy, making it a joyous occasion. Really. And I guess that's what I do in those communities. I'm bringing joy, so the kids are so joyous that I'm able to move through those communities. And when you get to the core of wisdom, and caring for each other and caring for the land, and then that leads to caring for each other and community. That's pretty universal.
Paul, thank you so much for sharing. And I just want to say the connections that I'm making right now in my Monday through Friday life is that I'm a paraeducator in 7th and 8th grade social studies classes. And right now in 8th grade, we're studying the Bill of Rights. And so I was like, what if it was the Bill of Responsibilities? Maybe
I
we would
love
make
it.
a difference.
It's
And then
it's
7th
brilliant.
grade, yeah, right. And what in 7th grade, we're studying Washington State history. And for me, this far west, the history of white colonizers is as recent as, the 1840s. And the Marcus and Narcissa Whitman came out to proselytize to the Cayuse Indians in it's like Eastern Washington now on the plateau and plains. And they brought measles and all sorts of diseases, and the Cayuse were dying left and right. And the Cayuse asked the Whitmans, please go. Please go. Multiple times they asked them, and they didn't. And so if any of you know the story, the Cayuse killed the Whitmans. And so right now, the assignment for the 7th grade social studies class is to decide who they think was most responsible for the murder of the Whitmans. Was it the Whitmans themselves, or was it the Cayuse? And it's so interesting because in the third period class that I attend, most of the class will say it was the Whitmans themselves. They didn't honor and respect and pay attention and listen to what the Cayuse were asking them. And there's only a few that say that it was the Cayuse. And so they're doing their CERs, right? Their claim evidence reasoning writing. And the table that I was sitting at asked me, oh, Cheryl, what do you think? Well, they asked me, so I'll tell them. I said, well, look, the Whitmans came with arrogance, racism, superiority, power over, not power with? And what if they were to come with, curiosity, wonder,
Mm.
and and like how would that have been different? And I didn't tell them, and that's what Matthew Fox says too. I didn't say that.
Yep. Respect is a word the elders use all the time. It's so simple. Yeah, and the word responsibility is a
Mhm.
big one, and respect. I think we've forgotten what those words mean.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
Wow. So that's a picture of Uluru, which is a sacred rock in the middle of Australia, and the birthplace of Rainbow.
Oh,
And
it's
it's the
beautiful.
same. Yeah.
It's beautiful. I knew that wasn't you, but I thought that was just such a lovely picture. We had to include it.
It is.
And the kangaroos.
Is that a teacher or someone, Paul,
No,
standing next to that?
I don't recognize. I think I'm sure he's the artist. I'm guessing.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
From that region. That's right in the
Mhm.
middle of
Wow.
Australia. Where I go is way up in the north. So it's such a big continent and so many
Yeah.
different groups.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Paul, you give a whole new meaning to the word ritual. I mean, it just.
Well, it was really business. That's what I love. This is the world before there was money. You had to do the rituals. And the interesting thing about that community was they embraced Christianity, and some of the Catholic missions, a lot of the missions weren't that positive. But in later days, the missions allowed Aboriginal people to practice their faith, their culture, as well as introducing Christianity, and they had no trouble with Christianity. It's such an inclusive spiritual realm, worldview that Jesus was a good fella. Yeah, he could walk on top of the water just like he must have been a black fella. They said, because we could do that.
Wow.
So it wasn't a problem at all. So you would see things like that, the crucifixion acted out. And the next day they're out doing their traditional ceremony, which was their business. They weren't stopped in this particular community. So it was a really good example of things. And those missions then end up acting as protectors from that outside encroaching world. So you can have this wonderful thing that does happen.
Yeah. This slide we have up now is what we usually share before we do breakout sessions when we talk, just to kind of remind each other of respect for each other, sharing. And you mentioned money. That's actually where we are right now on this. Is Patty's going to take a second to talk about creation, spirituality, communities.
Well, this whole operation only works because there are generous people that support us financially and for the expenses that we have in actually creating not just these first Sunday rituals, but all the classes and all the work of Creation Spirituality Communities. And if you would like to donate financially, you can donate online at cscommunities.org. And the mailing address will be changed, will be updated next month. We had to change the mailing address because we lost our dear treasurer. Elda Luisi was our treasurer, and she passed away last month from lung cancer. So we lost a wonderful champion of creation spirituality communities and someone who knew all the accounting and the business end of managing the finances. So that's been a big loss for us. But we welcome not just financial donations, but folks who want to participate in planning the rituals as well. And we're very, very happy to have folks participate in the whole First Sunday ritual. So just let us know if you're inclined to do that. Okay, thank you, Lori.
Thank you. Okay, we're gonna do a last couple of things to release ourselves from the circle to bless each other before we go on. And so at this time, make sure that you're in gallery view so that you can see everyone, and place both of your hands over your heart or any other part of your body that needs blessing or attention, and repeat this blessing after me. The truth of my being is as radiant as a star.
The truth of my being is as radiant as a star.
The love within me is stronger than any other force in the universe. I am a beloved blessing of the Creator. Aho, blessed be. Amen. Now you may unmute yourself so that we can bless each other. Keep one hand over your heart and put the other outward so that we can all bless each other. And repeat after me. The truth of your being is as radiant as a star.
The truth of your being is as radiant as a star.
The love within you is stronger than any other force in the universe.
The
The
love
love within you is stronger than any other force in the universe.
You are a beloved blessing of the Creator.
You are a beloved blessing of
of
the
the
Creator.
Creator.
Aho, blessed be.
Aho, blessed be.
Oh, blessed.
Oh, blessed be. Amen.
Okay, we'll take a moment now to take our candles and transfer the light to your heart and send it forth to those who need blessings, and extinguish this flame even though our connection continues in spirit. Thank you, everyone, for being here.
Oh,
Okay.
Thank you.
oh.
Paul, you had your hand up. Was there anything else you wanted to add?
No, I think I hit the wrong button. I don't know what happened. I have trouble with the technology sometimes. So
Oh, Paul, thank you so much for being with us tonight.
thank you.
Thank you for
Thanks for
sharing
having
all
me.
that wisdom. If
Yeah.
you see Bill, the next time you see Bill, tell him that we all send him love.
Beautiful.
Okay?
I will.
We're so grateful
Yes.
that he's been able to share with you, and then you share it with us.
Yep.
It's great. Just wonderful.
Well, and thank you for the work you're doing out there in Laramie, Wyoming.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you for joining us.
Okay.
In the bush.
In the
Yes,
bush.
the bush. Take care.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you.
Good night, all.
Good night.
night.
Good night.
Dominique, we're so glad to see you. Have you been before to First Sunday? Have you come to First Sunday before, Dominique? Oh, she's logging off. Anyway. It was very nice that she joined. I don't know where she said New Mexico, I think. Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we had 7 extra people tonight.
yeah.
That's nice. That's nice. Very
Yeah.
nice. It went very well. I'm glad I
Yeah.
got to hear your voice again, Carolyn, singing that song because it's so beautiful.
You did such a beautiful job.
You
Yeah.
know, my poor daughter has such trouble with her periods. She had her first day over here, and in between that, she's vomiting in the living room, vomiting
Oh,
all over
God.
everything. I had to take her into the bathroom. So now I've got a living room covered with vomit.
Oh, God. Well,
Man.
It
at
happens
least
to her
it,
on her first day of her period. I'm like, oh my God, what kind of periods are these? But
oh, God.
That's
I
a
was afraid
crisis.
because we could hear in the background, you said, go to the bathroom. And I thought, oh my God, I hope nobody got cut or something, you know.
no. She was vomiting everywhere. I was like, go to the
Oh,
bathroom,
God.
go to the bathroom.
Oh, God.
God.
Oh, the poor
Anyway,
kid.
We got you muted pretty quickly, but we realized there was
sorry,
something
I'm like,
going
oh
on.
my God. I realized I'm still on book.
Oh.
Like, I don't care. I was just trying to deal
No,
with her
no,
and get her
no.
situated.
First things first, kiddo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
Poor thing. I mean, a couple times she's gone to the ER because she had intractable vomiting for her period.
That's not right. That's
It's
not
not
nice.
right, but she doesn't want to take hormone pills, and it's not right. I'm like, no,
Not fair.
It's like, I can't sleep during my period. There's too much pain. I'm like, you should be able to sleep during your period. That's not normal.
Yeah,
It
that's
isn't,
right.
no.
Yeah.
But pain will make you throw up. Pain will make you nauseous.
Yeah, well,
Oh.
anyway. I don't want to really face the living room, but I guess I will.
Oh, God, Carolyn, honey.
Or you have to deal with that. And you stuck
Not
with
that,
us.
it's the
You
cats.
stuck with us.
How are those cats?
Well, they're unchanged. They're feral selves. They call to each other, and they complain to me if I don't leave the window shade up a little bit so they can look outside in the middle of the night to wake me up. Meow, 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 meow. Wait, raise this blind for me.
Oh.
But yeah,
Oh, God.
they're sweet, but they're still feral. So I put my hand out. They'll smell my hand and then they'll race away.
Wow. They'll get more comfortable. I guess it'll probably take years.
I don't know. I mean, I've had them for over a year now. So anyway.
Well, my sister adopted a dog, and it took, I don't know, 8 or 9 years before the dog would allow her to pet her.
Whoa.
Well, my dog, when I first got my dog, he would greet me by peeing on my feet all the time. So I would go to the back of the house where there was a faucet, outdoor faucet, and I would open up the back deck door. So when he greeted me and peed on my feet, I could just use the hose to spray my feet off. But he did that for more than a year. So
You need somebody else to pick out your pets.
I seem to always be issued the difficult ones.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, well.
Okay.
Such is life, anyway.
All right.
Well, it's
Thank
wonderful
you
to
for-
have Paul here. Thank you for making that happen. That was really rich.
It was him. It was all him.
He's
It
amazing.
was great. It was
And there he
wonderful.
is in Laramie. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's like being the centermost center of Dante's Hell.
I know.
Well, Di Wolverton lives in Wyoming.
Yeah. She used to teach at Wyoming at one of their state universities. Or she actually was hired by them. I don't know if she taught, but that was her job. Because I remember her handle had that in it. Anyway, yeah.
I really, really liked that. I liked all the different things that he connected, all the different things. It was so interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ran in there and she had all of her clothes off and she had a towel in front of her that was covered with vomit.
Poor baby.
The whole
Poor
day
baby.
was just this big bowl of vomit on my couch.
Oh.
Like, go to the bathroom, dear. Go to the bathroom.
Aw.
I'm so glad I don't have periods anymore.
Oh, God.
Oh, dear God, yes.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, poor thing. Anyway, I'm going to go see what's happening in there.
Yeah.
Okay, go be mother. Go be
Yeah.
a mother.
Go be
Deal
mommy.
with the carpet. She must be better because I don't hear anything happening. So
Oh, God.
Good.
maybe she
All
falls
right.
asleep.
Okay. All right, sweetie.
All right,
Take
Good to
kiddo.
see
care.
you all.
You
Take
too.
care.
Thanks
Love
for your
you.
help. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good
Okay.
night.
All right.
Good night.
Good night, dear. Oh God, the poor thing.
Oh,
I was
but
afraid it
she's,
was a medical emergency.
I didn't know what to think, but I'm just really proud of her. She stuck with us. I mean, that was
Yes,
quite a crisis.
that was. Oh God.
Jeez, jeez. So I think we're okay. I know she got a little wound up, but it didn't hurt my feelings or upset me. I'm really glad I took it, just she
Well,
was trying
okay,
to
and you know
communicate.
what? And I need to tell her I was wrong because I thought you had had last month that
Uh-huh.
you had to change the slide, save it, close down the one you had, the version you had up,
hmm
bring
hmm
up the new version. When you do that, it's like everything you had set, all the settings and everything starts all over again.
Yes, yes, and it
And
does. That's normally what happens when I change anything. I have to back out and come back. I've
right.
gotten a little better at it, a little faster at it. It doesn't mean I can do it all the time or add a whole lot, but when it's something as simple as a highlighting, I have figured out how to get there and back quicker.
Well, you changed the highlighting, but did you save the file?
No,
So that's what I mean. I
right.
thought you had to always save it, close it, and
Mhm.
reopen, which you cannot just do on the
No.
fly.
No, no. And
Okay,
I think
so,
you also were being defensive for me because you know that we should not have her or anybody else coming in just a few minutes before Sunday wanting to change. But this
well,
was minor and I had done it last month. So she
but you
was,
see, I misunderstood what you did last month.
yeah,
If
yeah.
I thought it was, now that I understand that you can just change the version that's showing,
Yes, yes.
okay,
hmm
then, so that's
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah,
Not
yeah.
nothing, but that's
Right.
a
Much easier.
lower risk change. I'm looking at risk,
Way lower. Yes, that's the
okay?
trouble because I have to decide, do I want to risk not being able to get it back?
Right,
Because
right.
that happens, and I don't like it when that happens at
Well,
all.
I think that it would have to be pretty drastic if
Yeah,
the change needed you to close the
back
file
out.
and create a new version. That I
Yeah,
would not support.
no,
And
no.
that's what I thought she was asking
Mhm.
you to do. But
Yeah,
she doesn't understand. She was saying, take the slide from last month and just put it in here. It's like it was a little physical piece of paper and you just take it from last month and move it in here.
yeah.
She
Well,
doesn't,
I think I defended myself pretty well
you did
because I
beautifully.
told her I understood what she said and I heard her and I was
Yes,
willing to do it as soon
yeah.
if she just had
I
stopped.
should have just shut my mouth because you were in control and you did it. So anyway, that was good.
We did. We worked in no hard feelings. It was just she
Yeah,
was
I
very
think,
adamant she
yeah,
wanted it that way.
I have
I
to,
noticed quite a few other things wrong when I tried to fix everything after I talked, but I saw that there's 4 path slides. I think I fixed one, but I might have missed one because it still says to share out loud. So I got to go back and fix that up.
and nobody's looking at that. But I want to show you the scarf I made.
Oh, oh, I love the colors. I
Aren't the
love
colors gorgeous?
yes, yes, like a sunset. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
beautiful. That's
So
beautiful.
this is the kind of scarf that they wear here.
Oh,
Yeah,
like just around the neck like that?
yeah, it's just around your
Yes,
neck.
that's perfect. Perfect.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have one that somebody made me like that, and I really liked it. It just went around the neck, and it
Yeah,
was
yeah.
just perfect.
So now I'm starting a new one.
Okay. Oh,
Um,
those are nice colors too.
well,
Yeah.
it's the same yarn.
It looked not as rust colored. It
Well,
hasn't got
I
the
didn't get
orange
to
in it.
that part. It changes color by itself.
Ah, okay.
So I have to, I'm working my way up to that, but it's 1 o'clock in the morning and I'm not working my way into anything else.
Mm-mm,
It's,
mm-mm.
I'm sorry, it's 20 to 3.
Mm. Well, we do need to make sure we change it one day on the template because I think Carolyn keeps arguing. We're 90 minutes. There's no doubt. We're just 90 minutes. We're not 75 minutes.
No,
We can't do it.
no, it said 90 minutes on the slide.
It didn't on her template. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
Well, her template doesn't, you know,
Okay.
that doesn't change anything. She can say all she wants, but you know,
And Margie got to do stuff, and Cheryl got to do stuff, and
yes,
I got Cheryl to be co-host because I didn't want anything to screw up. And
exactly. That was
oh,
perfect. And
yes.
and I wanted to let you know, how much time does it say on the template for the body prayer?
4 minutes.
Well,
4 minutes for each.
the first body prayer was almost 8 minutes,
Okay.
and the second body prayer was 5 minutes and 27 seconds.
Okay. I wouldn't complain about it because I think that's one of the richest parts of what we do.
It was lovely, but Carolyn is completely unaware of time. Okay, she's utterly unaware of time. And if we were pushed to not have discussion because she pushed us late, then
That's not okay.
then I would say something. But I
Right.
don't think so. I don't think
That's
that's what happened.
No,
Okay?
we still had time. We still
Yeah.
had time.
And I wonder if we would have had more discussion if we had put out a question.
I don't know because the question was a weird one and I didn't think it worked in the first place, the one that she made up. And
Right.
I didn't see how that was going to work and who was supposed to be the person who answered that question and it didn't. So I don't know
Right.
if anybody understood that they could ask him questions. And
Well, you know, we said it, but I think I would have been happier if what's her name, Dominique,
Uh-huh.
or even Sherry had said something. Now
yes.
Sherry said that Michelle was dying, and I think Michelle might have been somebody who was at Cape Cod.
Right, because is Sherry the one that's in Massachusetts in Cape Cod?
Yes, yes. So she said their leader, Michelle, might have been their ringleader.
Will you follow up on that?
Yes,
You're
I
so
will,
good at
because
that stuff.
a certain person sent me the list of everybody who went. So I will definitely follow up on that and
Good.
and wish
Good.
her peace in transition. God.
So next time, I think what happened perhaps is that Carolyn had so much commentary on him that it almost became a dialogue between the two. And I don't know if anybody else felt compelled. I tried to mention that. Who else would like to? But
Yes, you
uh,
did. And I think I mentioned it as well. I think what we need to do as a worship team is to say, we're not going to ask a question unless it's desperate.
yes, let everybody else.
There has to be
Yes.
enough space.
Yes.
When,
That's why I don't think there needs to be a discussion question. I think it needs to flow naturally afterwards.
okay, yeah. Especially since these are the canned presentations, you know.
Right.
I
Right.
think we would have had a lot more people show up tonight if we had had that beautiful picture and the paragraphs that you wrote.
Yeah.
Okay, now, what do you think of the idea of us not meeting on the Wednesday just before the Sunday, but 2 Wednesdays before the Sunday?
I don't have a problem with that. You mean going to like we were meeting on two, so just delete the second one, but keep the first one, which is good.
Exactly,
Uh-huh.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of
Yeah,
just
give
doing
us
it
more
on the
time.
second one, it's too late.
Yeah. I think it's too late. That's why I am very uncomfortable with only meeting once because I'm just worried that
It's,
people aren't ready and don't bring stuff and then they want to bring it last minute.
well, see, here's the thing. If we meet the first Wednesday that we used
Yes.
to meet, then you could work on the slides and send out the
Mhm.
slide deck and say, okay, this is how it's going to be, okay, to the worship
Yeah.
team. And
Yeah. Get
this is
some,
it. This is your
yes.
chance, you know?
Yes. Yes. Because Cheryl had some good comments and I didn't do
Mhm.
anything with them, but I could have if I'd had more time because I
Right.
think that, like the visual and being too busy and stuff like that were very, very good points.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would
So,
help. Yeah.
okay.
And Margie needed more time because she did send something, but it was too late, and it was really just a longer version of the third principle that she sent. It wasn't anything new or different. It was a more of the third principle. I don't know where she
Oh,
got it
really?
from.
Oh,
That's what she emailed.
I didn't get to read that.
So we could have used that, but I liked it. I think it went well, and I was just like Cheryl. As much work as it is, and whatever, this is just important work.
Yeah, and I didn't say something that I planned to say, and that is that Brother Joe Kilkevich, who I don't know if you know him, Brother Joe, he taught creation spirituality with Matthew in Chicago, and he has taught the Dances of Universal Peace and
Oh.
taught creation spirituality and music for decades, okay? Decades and decades. He's one of the first teachers of creation spirituality that I, took classes with and everything. And his 90th birthday is March 14th.
Oh.
And his community in Chicago is going to celebrate with him.
Yeah.
And Joe has early onset dementia. Well, not early. He's 90. He's going to be 90. But he can't teach anymore.
Yeah.
And he has good friends, good men friends there. I mean, he's a Dominican brother, but there aren't any other Dominicans living with him or anything. But he has good friends there that are taking care of him. They're
Good.
watching out for him.
Good.
So, but I had him come to Maryland, and he taught bread baking as peacemaking.
I remember that. I remember I did not attend, and you did, and you had told me about it and everything and how wonderful it was.
Every person in the class made a loaf of bread. And we did it at Our Lady of Mercy, and there was a kitchen, and we had like big ovens, and we made 37 loaves of bread. It was the smell. The smell of bread. I know that nobody ever baked 37 loaves of bread in that kitchen because it was used for, school lunches and stuff like that. So here we are making the bread, and even before we even put it in the oven, the yeast, the smell of the yeast was enough to knock you over because it's like alcoholic.
Yeah.
It's fermentation.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So that was amazing. And then when we put it in the oven, that was just too much. It was just fabulous.
Now that you've done that, you can do that. You can lead that class.
I could.
Yes.
Yes.
You can do it for March 14th in honor of him. You can get everybody to come to the church and do it again. Do it again.
Wow, that's a thought. But I won't be home.
Well, another time.
Yeah. But that's a thought. I could offer a bread baking class.
Yes.
Bread baking and peacemaking.
You'd have a good turnout. Yes, that would be wonderful.
Well, Sylvia and I, Sylvia and I did it at a community center one time.
Oh.
And we told people, when I did it with Brother Joe, I bought all the ingredients. So I didn't have to worry about it.
Wow.
When we did it at the community center, I sent everybody a list of what they needed to bring.
Yes, that's the way
brought
to do
all
it.
kinds of stuff. I had extra, thank God. But you need a half a bar of butter. No, you can't just bring oil. You can't just. This is the recipe that we're making.
Right.
This one.
Oh gosh.
So, yeah, but
well,
Joe,
Katie that does the celebrations at her place, that did the
Kate
Beltane, the
Scoville.
Maypole, and all that.
Scoville, yeah.
I can't get my hands on it right now, but anyway, when we were there last time, I saw on her bookshelf the Enchanted Broccoli Forest, this really gorgeous, beautifully written cookbook. I got a copy for me because it's like it's all handwritten and all lettered and just beautiful. And it's the person who did the Moosewood cookbook,
Oh,
which
yeah,
is
yeah, 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 yeah,
yeah, so this is like when I found that on the shelf at her place, I had to get my own copy.
Oh,
There's like
God.
6 or 8 different recipes for quiche that all sound fabulous. Just everything in it sounds fabulous. And it's beautiful to look at. It's just a piece of art. It's just
It's
lovely.
called the Enchanted Broccoli
Forest.
Forest.
Yes.
I
It's a
bet
treasure. It's a
my
treasure.
sister would like that if she doesn't already have it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, my sister has been vegan for a long time. And now she's just vegetarian.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a little
And
easier. I don't eat meat a whole lot. I do sometimes, and I guess I just am putting that on the back corner. I haven't made the real pronouncement that this is not okay to do, and I'm not going to do it anymore. I mean, I've mostly done it for health reasons, but I really ought to like the idea of doing it for environmental reasons, because that's what we're ruining the earth with meat production and all of that,
yeah. Well,
and all of the horrors.
Pauline did it, my sister, because she was getting migraines
Mm.
and her blood pressure was going sky high and whatever. And they wanted her to go on meds. And I think she might even have started or before that. But anyway, so she heard that vegans don't have migraines. So she cut out
Wow.
she cut out everything. She went
Wow.
pure vegan
Okay.
and no more migraines.
Oh. That might explain what happened after I had my heart attack because I went on the cholesterol thing that Dean Ornish did, and so I had eliminated fats and dairy and meat, et cetera, et cetera. And I haven't ever since had to take any blood pressure medicine.
Yeah.
And I did for a while, but I don't know why that healed. I don't really know, but maybe that's why.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
So, well,
How much longer are you there?
till the 18th.
Okay.
Okay. So, anyway, so I mentioned Brother Joe, and I will have to do something for Brother Joe. I can't think of it right now. I'm too tired.
And is there some kind of thank you or something we should do for our guests afterwards? A card or something?
Oh, you're right. You're absolutely right. Let's see. We had Penny.
Mhm.
Penny was first.
Mm-hmm.
Who was second?
Stephen Martin. Uh-huh.
Right. But Stephen couldn't join us, right? So
He didn't join us, did he? Penny definitely joined us, did he? Or did he not?
Did
I don't
Stephen?
even remember. I thought he did.
Oh, maybe he did.
That's terrible. I can't even remember.
Well, all I remembered was the stupid video hiccuping.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so you're absolutely right. Even if it was only a card, it should be as a community, we're very grateful. So, okay, that's 2 follow-up things. One is they're not on the friggin' mailing list.
Yes, that needs to be corrected too. Yes.
So speaking
I had a glitch during
What?
this that I fixed when it started playing his video, it changed
was
the
big.
stop. Yes. And it didn't have the little 3 dots over there that I clicked that make it show presenter view. I couldn't find it anywhere. So those green lines that I can make bigger and smaller to enclose, I dragged the green line all the way across the screen and all the way down so that it encompassed the whole thing. It was just brilliant. It just came to me at the moment, and I'm so glad I
My
was
God.
able, because it wasn't the way to fix it, but it worked. Because I couldn't find the show presenter view thing. It just went poop. It's always
Wow.
something to technology stuff.
Yeah. So I mentioned Di Wolverton, who lives out west.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Now, is Laramie in Wyoming?
I think it is.
Okay. So Di and Paul are in the same state.
It makes
And
sense.
anyway, I was hoping that we could talk Diane into doing the registrar for the gathering in October.
Mm.
And then I was hoping I could talk you into being the on-site registrar for, you know, the rooms and all
Yeah.
this stuff like
Yeah.
you did at Cape Cod.
Yeah. And I wanted to tell you, I went online and Southwest Airlines round trip ticket is $200 right now.
Whoa!
We could never get that cheap driving and having hotels and meals. It's one of those things that the farther away it is, the cheaper it is. Once you get closer, the plane flights get more expensive. Right now they're cheap. $200 round trip. We can't beat that.
No, we would spend that in gas.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think I just changed my plans.
Okay. I think
Thank
that
you.
would work. Yeah.
Okay, so the thing is though, we have to buy the tickets now because the closer we get
Yeah.
to the date, then they're not
Yeah.
gonna be $200 anymore.
Right.
So it's
Exactly.
Southwest Air?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That would just really simplify things, and that's really good price.
Yeah. Well, how can we get a ticket for you?
You'd have to buy both of them probably. I'd have to send you some money or get it from Creation Spirituality or
Well,
whatever.
Creation Spirituality Communities is supposed to pay for your ticket.
Well, then, would you, either you or I, either one could order them. It wouldn't be much to just go online and do that. You don't have your computer there. That's the thing. So
I can't do it. Yeah, all right. I will ask Nathan how they can reimburse you. Well, how do they pay you?
now they're paying me by check.
By check?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They're emailing me a check every month for just,
Email?
no, not email, regular mail, mailing me a check every month for the hours I do tech and all of this.
Huh. Okay.
That was what
Well,
they had to do.
okay, all right. So I will find out from Nathan
Mhm.
if you order the tickets on your credit card,
Mhm.
can he send you the
Yeah.
money right away?
Yeah.
Okay, and that way, if you order them, you will have the receipt for the exact amount.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, all right. So now the question is, what day are we going? Okay.
I had written all this stuff down on something all over here, but we need to be there for Thursday night. So I think we need to go out on Thursday.
On Wednesday.
On Wednesday?
I was hoping to go out on Wednesday.
Okay.
The reason I was hoping to go out on Wednesday was because, travel, blah, 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 okay?
Right.
Move into the room and then go around the place and look at the space and figure out, oh, I think we'll put the registration table here, blah, 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 blah. Just that gives that, if we go on Wednesday, then we have all day Thursday, maybe sometime Wednesday, but we really do have all day Thursday to do all of that stuff long before anybody else shows up. Okay.
The only downside to that is that we need to have a room for Wednesday night, which we wouldn't if we went on Thursday. And would we be able to get it at Mercy Center tacked right onto what we have? We have to pay separate because it's not going to be covered through the Mercy Center for Wednesday.
Well, here's the thing. I wouldn't mind going to a hotel,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
okay?
Yeah.
You know,
We
just
probably
Wednesday night,
have
maybe,
to.
would you mind sharing a room?
Not at all. Not at all.
So we could share a room
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
on Wednesday night
Mm-hmm.
and um and then just the there's a hotel, there's a Hilton that's like 6 miles
Okay.
from the Mercy Center. And
Mm-hmm.
just take a cab in the morning
Mm-hmm.
with all our stuff, you know,
Yes.
and then Thursday move into Mercy Center.
That'll
Because
work.
we already told them we were coming Thursday night,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
the
Okay.
planners, the planners.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So that way, because if we just fly out on Thursday, then we're not gonna
We're
have
we're
Thursday.
rushed. Right.
We're not gonna have Thursday to figure out all the stuff we have to figure out. And by,
True.
if we're flying, I can't carry all the stuff I might need to have. You remember all the stuff I had in the car? The
Oh yeah.
scissors and
Oh
the blah,
yeah.
blah, blah, the
Oh yeah.
badges, the stuff for the badges and the tape. We had to
How
have tape.
can you cut it back? How can you cut down how much you have to take?
I don't know, okay?
Mm.
But I'd have to look at Southwest and how much it costs
Mm-hmm.
to check another bag or something like that.
Yes, I know last time I checked it was like $50 to check another bag, but you can. And then you
Okay.
could use mine too. We could get 2 check bags and then it could be all your stuff.
Well, no, you need stuff as well. I mean, but I think it would probably be cheaper to check an extra bag with the CSC stuff, you know,
Right. Right.
than to mail it, ship it.
I don't know.
FedEx
That's
is
a
so
good.
expensive.
Okay. Okay.
FedEx is a goddamn fortune. Okay.
All right, then
Yeah.
yeah, it'd be better to take it on the plane. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and I guess the incentive that we send out, I can't think of anything because I don't really have a theme, whatever.
Mhm.
I don't know we don't have a thing like the tattoo and all that.
Right.
I don't know
Right.
what to send out.
Mm-hmm.
As a, as a premium.
Right. Right. I don't know. Some kind of beads,
Hmm.
but that's probably too much to just like the scarf is, but I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. But the candle was good.
Mm-hmm.
The
Mm-hmm.
candle, I can order the candles from Williamsburg Candles. I know that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm.
I don't even remember what I sent out to put the candle into. I sent out something.
Did you some little thing to put the candle into? I don't remember.
I don't.
I don't
No,
remember.
maybe I didn't. Maybe I just said most people have a candle holder someplace in their house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But isn't that strange? I'm blanked out. We had the agenda, the whole program.
Hmm.
We had that. It was stuff we printed that we stuffed in there.
Mm-hmm. There was a few things that were Matt's to promote his books.
That Dennis sent me that, yes.
Uh-huh.
I had those to stuff in there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what else. Candle and that. What, cookies? No, you didn't do
Yes, I
cookies.
put the cookies
Yes.
in. I know
Okay.
that.
Okay.
That's easy. That's really easy. I just have to make 5 batches of chocolate raspberry cookies. Not even 5. Because one batch makes like 60 cookies.
Wow.
They're small. They're really small.
Wow.
One batch makes a lot of cookies.
Oh.
So,
The 5
and I don't-
batches of 300 Cookies.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of cookies. You got to send a lot of cookies. Um, so,
Mhm.
but anyway, I think we might have to have different incentives for the people to register at Mercy as opposed to the live stream. I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah. I wish we had like a little medallion or a little something that you could wear around your neck or a pin, you know,
Hmm,
but that would require getting them made. So,
yeah. The tattoo was good because
Mhm. Mhm.
it was ready-made.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
pick
Didn't
it
take up
and
much space at all. Mhm.
get as many as you want.
Right.
Anyway,
It's not a bad idea to do another one, just a different, whatever the theme's going to be.
yeah, but I don't know. Uh, I think the theme is going to be to make your own poster for a protest. So, oh yeah, what is it that they make? Is it called Tyvek? Maybe that's environmentally bad, but something to make a poster that you can just roll up,
Mm. Mm-hmm.
protest posters.
Yeah. I don't know. You roll it
Yeah.
up and then it won't stay unrolled.
No, yeah, I think that might be a good art as meditation project for the people who are on live stream.
Yeah.
And we could do an art as meditation project at Mercy
Mm-hmm.
Center as well, making
Yeah.
posters, but then
Yeah.
people would have to take them home.
Mm.
That's the only
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm.
problem.
Hmm.
They had a way of making fabric posters. I think I did a workshop with Michael one time, and I sewed fabric, just plain
Mhm.
canvas fabric. I
Mhm.
sewed it kind of not great, not gigantic, okay,
Uh-huh.
about this big,
Uh-huh.
and on the sides, I had I just turned it over and sewed like a pocket, and it was so that you could put a paper towel roll in there,
Mm.
and it would be a poster, it'd be like stiff.
Uh-huh. Hmm. Hmm.
So it's possible to make a poster that you can then take out the paper towel rolls and just roll it up. If it's
Right.
fabric, you need fabric markers to work on that though. That's the only problem.
All right. See, I like the idea of doing peace flags where everybody had a square of cloth
Yeah.
and then they all get strung out together for, the big celebration or whatever, but everybody makes their own little square cloth.
Oh, peace flags. That's brilliant.
I
That
like
is
that
brilliant.
idea. I
Yeah.
made some at home for my kitchen where I did like a stencil. So it was just a little square of cloth and then I stenciled the little whatever on it. And I think I used magic markers with the stencils.
Stencils. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because you could share stencils.
Yeah. And then you get that little stuff like you use when you're hemming, when you want to fold over hem so it sticks. So when you string them all, you don't have to actually sew them. You could just stick them over this, you know what I mean? So you can
I've
string
never
them all.
used that. I've never used it. Fabric tape, is it like, or
Mhm.
something?
Yeah.
Wow. I love that idea. And that's what we could send the people who are doing live stream.
Mm.
The fabric for the flag,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
for their peace flag.
Okay.
Girl, you're really cooking. You're percolating. Okay, I gotta go to bed.
Yeah. All right, sweetie.
It's let me see, what time is it? It's 3:16 a.m.
Good Lord.
I'm sleeping in tomorrow.
Yeah, good idea. Good idea.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you so much, Lori.
I think it
Okay.
went well.
You take care. It did. It was very good. Okay.
Night,
Good
night.
night, hon.